Live from Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona, the first Saturday night United States Football League game on ESPN, the Chicago Blitz against the Arizona Wranglers.
The crowd still coming in. We're going to have a nice one on hand. It is a low bouncing kick coming to blue at the 10. Back to the 20. This side, 25, 30, and about the 32-yard line, and down he goes. Nice return to get the ball game underway, and Alan Risher will have good field position. Blue a bit disappointed that he wasn't downfield or upfield a bit farther. Willis was there to make the stop, and Alan Risher comes on to quarterback the Arizona club, starting at his own 32-yard line. Risher's got to be a bit nervous coming on his first professional start. He brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Bledsoe and Clark are the setbacks behind him. At his own 32, play action fake, and he's back to throw. Upfield, complete at the 45 to midfield, and down to the 45-yard line is Mark Keel, the tight end and a local favorite here. He's an Arizona product, and in fact, Don Heinrich has just joined this football team, and he's debuted quite well, I'd say.
Well, he didn't play last week, but this week they expect a lot out of him. They went with a little play action off that right side. They didn't waste any time. Risher, not wanting to go deep, they had a man deep down the right sideline, went to Keel crossing and got a big gain.
Indeed, 22 yards, a nice first down for the Wranglers. The ball is at the 46-yard line in blitz territory. Coming in motion is Balholm, and again the handoff, this time straight ahead, the fullback Clark. He gets to about the 45-yard line as they unpile. The middle of that Chicago blitz defense led by Jim Fonhorst. Kit Lathrop was in on the stop, but Fonhorst, number 55, is a man you'll be watching a lot tonight. Last week, Risher was 5 of 13. He was intercepted once, came in late in that ball game, the game that they lost to the Oakland Invaders. Put it at the 45, and it's going to be second down and 9. First series, dropping into the I formation. That's Bledsoe, the tailback. Long count by Risher. Play action, back to throw, gets a heavy rush, steps up. He's a pretty good runner, remember. Nice move, and slips and falls at the 36. Don, he was doing what it appears he can do best, run, and all of a sudden he tripped himself up.
Well, I would have to believe that he automatic at the line of scrimmage. He was in one set, went to the I formation. Now we're going to get a replay on it. He fakes, and then as he's getting rushed, trying to step back up inside, he sees that he doesn't have a receiver. He gets downfield, picks up some nice yardage, and very alertly and smartly, because he's a 3+ student, or was at LSU, goes to the ground rather than take a lick.
Risher looking over at the sidelines, and of course the plays are being called for him. Denfeld has come in now, and Bledsoe has gone out. So Doug Shively's going to an extra wide receiver now, and the ball is at the 37-yard line of the Chicago Blitz. A pickup of 8. Wide to the left side, and turning the corner is Clark, and he's down the sidelines, chased out of bounds. We'll wait for the official to mark it. He's going to put it at the 25-yard line. Very fine run, chased out by Virgil Livers, the veteran cornerback for the Blitz. And as they bring it in and set it on the hash, we're going to put it at the 25-yard line. Good enough for a pickup and a first down.
Well, Clark had a pretty good week last week, but this time, because he has that good vision, he broke up to the inside on that, Tom, saw something to the outside in the short yardage. The Blitz were in a 6-1, and he picked up a nice gain.
Again, Denfeld comes in, and he's set as the tight end on the right side. Wide to the left is Balholm. Rolling to the right, Risher, looking, throws, complete at about the 13-yard line. Up to make the stop, Fonhorst from his middle linebacker spot.
Well, Balholm doing a nice job. He doesn't have great speed for a rookie. He's 26 years old, and he had gone on a mission. We're going to get a replay out of BYU. We get Risher rolling to the right. Balholm hooks down in front to the inside, gets a nice gain out of it. An excellent drive going here in the early going.
At the 13-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 now. This possession started at the 32-yard line of the Wranglers. Lone setback is Clark. Risher has Smith to the right side. Clark looking for a hole, squirms to the 10-yard line. And the middle of the Blitz defense is there, led by Fonhorst again, and coming up from the secondary to make the stop, Luther Bradley. George Allen has moved to a free safety position, and he made the stop at the 10-yard line. Gain of 3.
Arizona having changed up a little bit now, something they showed in practice using Mark Keel and Phil Denfield with a 2 tight end offense, giving a little more blocking power up there. So they're trying to knock it out in the inside.
What a difference a week has made. Wide to the left side is Ballholm. Going in motion is Keel. Risher rolling left, getting chased, throws it away. Did well to get that ball even, thrown as incomplete as it was, considering the heavy rush he was getting, and the fact that rolling to your left and throwing with the right hand is not the easiest thing in the world. In there very quickly was Stan White.
One of the things Risher does do, even though he throws reasonably well from the pocket, he probably throws better on the move. In most cases, I've often wondered why coaches want to run a guy to the left initially in the early going of a football game when it's much easier to throw to the right. Good job by Risher avoiding getting dropped back there.
Big play time now. 3rd down and 7. The ball is at the Blitz 10-yard line. This drive started on the 32 of the Wranglers. Coming in motion is Ballholm. Back with it is Risher. Nice protection. Comes back to the opposite side at the 10. With it is Keel at the 5. Can't get away, and down he goes. Good effort by Keel. Pretty good play call, too. Rolling right and throw it back to the other side.
Well, an excellent job. They brought Keel in motion off of the action to the right play. We'll get an isolated on it with the play action right. Keel coming behind the line of scrimmage is open for a moment. The defensive back was a little far off of him. He almost breaks the tackle. And now the big decision. Do you go for the field goal? And it looks like they will get the points.
Lathrop was in there, and Bradley to slow Keel down. They're going to go for 3. The crowd did not necessarily like the selection, go for 3 instead of going for the touchdown or the first down, but it is 4th and 2 at the 5, and coaches learn in a hurry. Get what you can, and don't waste all of that good possession by coming up empty. Try for the 3. It is up, and it is good. From the 10, a 20-yard field goal. Going to put the Arizona Wranglers on top as they go from their 32. A 68-yard drive, and they lead 3-0. 3-0. Arizona leads, drawing first blood. The drive 63 yards, and the field goal officially at 22 yards for Asmuth, who changed his jersey number. Don Heinrich went from 13 to 16. I don't know about being superstitious, but it paid off. He's all set to kick off now.
It did, Tom. He missed 2 last week in the first half, a 34, 35-yarder.
Jim Stone out of Notre Dame is awaiting the kickoff. It's high, not all that deep. Stone at the 7, bobbles it, picks it up, comes to the 10, 15, almost got away at the 19-yard line, dropped just short of the 20. And Wilcox was down there leading the parade along with Marcus Tarver. 9 plays, 63 yards, and 4 minutes and 44 seconds went by to get 3-0 Wranglers on the board.
Well, the old pro, Greg Landry, you don't know what he's going to do, but you certainly know that the defense of the Arizona Wranglers has got to be pumped up. That's the first points they put on the board in 2 ball games, and they're on top 3-0.
Trumaine Johnson is flanked to the left side. Landry is the quarterback. Wide to the right side is Buggs. The tight end going in motion is Ricker, and oh my, we've got some action at the line of scrimmage. And jumping across the line was number 65, Bob Nelson, who might be just a little bit pumped up about this ball game tonight, Don. He was with the Blitz, and he's had some comments to make about the Chicago Ball Club, and now playing here for the Wranglers. He's probably just a little enthused, over-enthused about this one.
I'm sure he is.
Offside against the Wranglers, and Landry, of course, is going to take the 5 yards.
You see him jump there early on the replay of it, and Nelson, as well as the Wrangler and the Blitz club, there are some hard feelings between them. The Chicago club having trained down here, they are not going back to Chicago. George Allen wants to take advantage of this good weather. They're leaving next Thursday to make their first appearance in their area. And the Blitz were one club that did not have the opportunity to scrimmage against Arizona.
Again, wide to the right is Buggs, and again Trumaine Johnson is flanked to the left side. The back set strong to the left. That's Kevin Long, number 48, and Spencer is number 46. Spencer is nearest to you as you look at Landry, and the Blitz with a 1st and 5 straight ahead. Kevin Long breaking up over the middle and over the 25 and out close to the 28-yard line. Bottom of the pile there, in to make the stop. Number 58 was Kimmel.
Looking at Kevin Long and Tim Spencer. Spencer basically, while he'll hit inside, and he's strong inside, has the excellent speed to go deep. Long more of a pound-out type of a running back. Spencer's got 4.5 speed, and they would like to get him the ball. They feel that he's a game breaker and a big playmaker. He along with Tremaine Johnson, so I'm sure we're going to see a lot of work out of those two this evening.
And a flag on the play is going to nullify that run. They bring it back to the 24, take it back to the 19, which was the original line of scrimmage. And the penalty is going to be a motion call against the Chicago Blitz. That brings it back to the 19-yard line, and it goes back to 1st and 10. So after a penalty against the Wranglers, and then a gain offset by a penalty, we're right back at 1st and 10. The ball at the Chicago Blitz 19-yard line. Coming in motion is Buggs, and there's Nelson again, and he jumped over the line of scrimmage, and flags come fluttering down in the lovely night air here at Tempe, Arizona. Just a beautiful evening. The Arizona desert never prettier than it was today. The weather just perfect. Again, offside against Nelson.
We're getting a change with Nelson. Nelson is jumping. One of the things that I'm sure that Landry, recognizing that Nelson is not real happy with that ball club, and the fact that the Arizona defense is an aggressive type of defense, is probably changing up his count at that line of scrimmage, going on long counts to look at him or quick counts to keep him off balance.
George Allen across the way, looking on. It's now 1st and 5 for a Chicago Blitz team. Now Buggs in motion to the right side. Tremaine Johnson set to the right, and the handoff and straight ahead to carrying out to about the 28-yard line was Tim Spencer. Tackle as Spencer carried out to about the 28-yard line. In there to make the stop was Kadich, number 61, who played his college ball at Washington. They're marking it at the 28. A gain of 4, 2nd down and 1 yard to go. You look into the Chicago Blitz huddle. That's Spencer, who is some physical specimen, number 46. He is just awesome. 2nd down and 1. 3-0 Wranglers lead. We're in the first period. In fact, the Blitz with their first possession. And again, jumping across the line of scrimmage. This time, Calvin Clark. Now, whether he was drawn across or not, but it's quite obvious, Don Heinrich, this Arizona Wrangler defensive front set is really wound a little tight for this football game.
Well, they want to get penetration. That's part of the defense that Coach Shively insists on. They're a very aggressive club. They try to be intimidating, and sometimes a ball club has a tendency to get a little too emotional and just a little too intense.
Coming up Monday night, ESPN continues its coverage of United States Football League action. They'll be moving to the Coliseum in Los Angeles, where the Washington Federals go against the LA Express. That should be a dandy football game, and it's going to match 2 of the great Canadian Football League coaches, namely Ray Yock of the Washington Federals, and coming up also be Hugh Campbell of the LA Express. They are old friends, really, from Canadian Football League days, and that'll be a great football game Monday night. Tim Simpson and Paul McGuire will be there for that. Back to throw Landry, downfield, has his man Johnson open at the 50, and he's down at about the 47-yard line. Tremaine Johnson, who caught 11 passes a week ago in the Blitz win against Washington, is upfield and down in Wrangler territory.
Johnson going down deep to run just a conventional hook, nothing very fancy about it, but with that great speed and a good week last week, they've got to respect him over there, and Landry went with him. They run him just a little bit deeper on their hooks because of that speed and drove that corner off. The corners are a little bit loose. Landry hit him.
And a total of 20 yards. Admiral Larry coming up to make the stop for the Wranglers. It's 1st down Chicago at the Wrangler 47. Ricker goes in motion. The handoff, and coming outside is Kevin Long, and he's bumped hard at about the 42-yard line and driven out of bounds. And the man who hit him, Larry, is all shaken up and down on the sidelines. The Wrangler bench is directly below us on this side of the field, and as our cameras zero in, watch Landry and watch the action that results. Larry, I should say. Boy, did they come together.
Well, he took his shot as he dove in there. He tried to give him his best. He hit him just a little bit high, and that's where Long would like it. He hit him at his strength. When you take those big guys on, you got to get down around those knees.
So he's out, Larry that is, and Jones has come in to replace him now, and the gain is to the 42-yard line. 2nd and 5. Going in motion is Bud. Chicago with the ball, and the handoff, and coming back inside, Spencer on a counter inside the 40. And John Kimmel brings him down short of the first down. They'll unpile him at about the 39-yard line.
Kimmel, the outside linebacker on the left, the blitz is right, frequently will be coming on the snap of the football. That time he was coming. It was a long trap from right to left. They were trying to get the guard out in front of it. Kimmel, by virtue of his aggressive play, followed him down the line.
In the second quarter down at Tampa Bay, the Bandits lead the Michigan Panthers 7-0. Third down and 2, and the Chicago Blitz on this drive with the ball at the 39-yard line of the Wranglers, and again action in the middle of the line. First Kadich and then Nelson again, and almost in tandem they jumped at the line of scrimmage. And we've seen that at least 4 or 5 times now in this opening possession by the Blitz. Did they draw them off? No. It's going to be offside against the Wranglers. And they're giving up yardage grudgingly, but they're giving up most of it via the 5-yard penalty route.
Well, you know, one of the things that a quarterback can do, and George Allen, who never misses a trick, covers every base. In the years that Billy Kilmer was playing for him at Washington, had a great ability to change that count up, and it's illegal for the quarterback to move his head a little bit to try and draw him offside, but just very little subtle techniques that give him a little advantage.
So it is first down for the Blitz now on the Wrangler 34-yard line. 3-0. Arizona leads. 22-yard field goal on their opening possession. Ricker in motion, and Landry right back over the middle. Tried to hit Buggs, threw it behind him, and indeed is quite fortunate that he wasn't picked off or intercepted.
Well, if it hadn't been high and behind him, he did have a little daylight to the inside, but as you indicated, Tom, the ball was so poorly thrown. Had it been thrown better, there was an excellent chance it could have been intercepted. So Landry changing up a little bit, throwing on first down, trying to get the Wranglers off balance, and changing up his attack.
George Allen patrolling the sidelines across the way. His team with a 2nd and 10 at the Arizona 34-yard line. Johnson is set to the left. Boy, again, you can see that Wrangler defensive line as Landry goes right down the middle. It's complete. Buggs is at the 15, down to about the 11-yard line. That might have been exactly the same play called back again, Don. They ran it much better this time, if that indeed was the case, and Walker came up to make the stop.
Well, just a little different on the replay. Landry's teaching is that if they're double covered on one side, which would be Johnson, he should go back to the other. In this case, Buggs came downfield, broke inside at about 12, 13 yards. Landry spotted him, hit him right through the middle of the zone where the weakness is.
23 yards and the deepest penetration now for the Blitz. 15-yard pickup by Buggs, and the ball is 1st and 10 at the Wrangler 11, and straight ahead long gets just about to the 10-yard line. Kadich, Nelson, Clark, Tarver, and Kimmel, the down 3 in that 3-4 defense, and the outside linebackers there to make the stop. Make it 2nd down and 9 at the 10-yard line. Make it 2nd and 8, they say, at the 10-yard line.
Well, the defensive corners had been playing soft. I would anticipate they're going to crowd them here a little bit more. You don't have as much room to work upfield as far as the receivers are concerned, so it's just a one-on-one, all-out battle.
Again, Buggs to the right, and Johnson is set to the left, and the backs are split in the pro alignment. Landry, the quarterback, dropping back, right over the middle, into and out of the arms of Long, who had a touchdown for sure. Nelson came in and leveled Landry, and there's a flag on the field.
Well, they brought Long out of the backfield. He is a good receiver. They circled him just a little bit late. Their responsibility, we're going to get a holding call against the Blitzes. It was on the inside. The umpire called it, and it usually is a holding call. We're going to get the replay. We'll see Long circling out of the backfield, coming into view as Landry drops back. He is open down the middle. It would not have counted anyway.
So the holding call against the offense, and they're going to either be 3rd down and 8. No, they're going to take the yardage. One can't blame them for that. They're moving it back down to the 20-yard line.
When you go back and you look at that third and 2 situation that they jumped offside, gave him the first down to keep this drive alive, and now the Wranglers have brought in a couple of new players. I would assume we're going to see some 5 defensive backs. We didn't mention that earlier. They do use it periodically, and it looks as though they're going to go with that now to try and double various combinations of people.
We've got Verlin Red, number 40, in. He's a new addition, and he's the last of the backs to make it a nickel defense. Second down and 18. The ball is back out at the Wrangler 20-yard line. Arizona leads at 3-0, and jumping into the backfield was Clark. Calvin Clark. Flags are down. Landry throws it, intercepted in the end zone. Back to the 10, 15 and 20. Verlin Red at midfield on his feet and dropped it, hold it, the 40-yard line. Verlin Red took it right out of the end zone, but flags on the play, remember, all over downfield at the line of scrimmage. And it appeared from here that Clark was definitely offside.
Well, I would say he's about 2 yards into the backfield, and you get the ground level shot of Landry in a pre-planned scramble moving out. The double coverage worked for him. An excellent play by Red.
Johnson was obviously the intended receiver, Don, but he was behind the secondary, and Landry's throw was underthrown. And of course, Red was there to pick it up. Here's another look at it.
Well, one thing that they did do when they brought in the 5 DBs of the nickel defense, they did cover both outside field receivers, and Landry makes a mistake by trying to force it in there.
It is a penalty against Arizona, and the officials now are at the 20-yard line, which was the line of scrimmage, and Landry comes over to talk to them. Bill White is the referee.
You know, Tom, one of the things that is a perfect lesson for young people that play football, Landry knew that Clark had jumped offside and was in the backfield. He knew that he was going to get a free play. So a lot of times a quarterback will stop, particularly a young quarterback. In Landry's case, with 14 years, he took it onto the outside and took a gamble. If he'd have got the touch, it would have been for him. We get a shot at Doug Shively on the sideline, the coach of the Arizona Wranglers.
Quite frankly, the best thing the Blitz have had going for him in this drive been 5 penalties for 26 yards against the Wranglers. Arizona leads 3-0. We've got 6:10 remaining in the first period, and Landry's back to throw. Dumps it behind the intended receiver, Spencer. Threw it behind him. Got a rush. But still, even with Kadich and Tarver in on top of him, the ball was badly thrown.
Well, when the Wranglers came in with the 5 defensive backs, took out a couple of linebackers, they brought in an extra lineman to give them a little more pass rush rather than using a linebacker to come. A little bigger guy up front. They had 4 down linemen. A little heat on Landry. He felt it, tried to throw out to that left side, threw behind him.
Ricker goes out for the Chicago Blitz. Wide to the right side is Buggs. Willis is set in the slot on the right, and Johnson set to the left. Landry to throw. Gonna be hit. Gets it away. In the end zone, touchdown. Great catch. And it was Willis who picked it off on a beautifully thrown ball. Under pressure, Landry got it away, and the Blitz have 6.
Well, you know, when you get a guy like Landry, it was from the blind side. That's the kind that usually stiffen your spine, but you can hear him after you've been there a while, or you can certainly smell him coming. Landry just barely got rid of the ball with Kadich breathing down his neck and spotted him down the middle, made a nice throw and a good grab.
For Landry now, that is his 3rd touchdown toss of the year and his 1st tonight. And we've got Frank Corral in now, and he's going to try the extra point. Remember, the United States Football League, you can go for 2 if you want to run or throw it. Frank Corral will try for 1. It's down. He hits it. It's up, and it is good. So we've got 6 minutes remaining here in this first period, and a nice drive of 81 yards for the Chicago Blitz, and they lead 7-3.
Chicago increased their lead to 7 with a 30-yard field goal by Frank Corral late in the first half. However, Arizona cut the Blitz lead back to 4 with a 35-yard Jim Asmuth field goal as time expired in the first half. So, with Chicago leading Arizona 10-6, we rejoin the game early in the 3rd quarter.
Steve Tobin, who is the backup center and an important man, of course, on the special kickoff teams, shaken up but came off under his own power for Chicago, and we're ready to resume action now. He's getting some additional medical attention on the far side. Chicago takes over on its own 22-yard line, 10-6 in favor of the Blitz. Buggs is flanked to the left side, and Tremaine Johnson is set to the right. Buggs going in motion. Landry, the quarterback, out of the eye. Flips it over to Johnson behind the line, is hit as he crosses the 20 and carries to the 24. Tarver was there along with Kimmel. Kimmel was the first man to react to that. And Johnson, they try to throw that little pass out there and give him a little hitch stutter step effort out there.
Excellent job by Kimmel. He reads the play. He recognizes as he plays off of the man. It's just that one-man screen that they used before. Last week, Johnson was very effective with it. Kimmel in excellent pursuit is out there to make the tackle in a very, very short gain.
And a pretty good effort, too, by Aaron Mitchell, number 41, to contain the whole thing and keep Johnson, who's a fleet-footed guy, from getting some open field and a chance to really move. Coming in motion to the left side was Ricker. Pass caught, and they say inbounds at the 42-yard line across the way. And Walker was there on defense, but not soon enough.
Well, Walker made a pretty good play. He was close enough to him, but the official indicated that Walker's momentum took the receiver out of bounds, which would be a completion. So Landry starting out here, putting that ball in the air.
Has a first down at his own 42-yard line, leading 10-6 as we've just started period number 3 here at Tempe, Arizona, Sun Devil Stadium. Landry has the back split. That's Long and Spencer. And Landry back to throw. Looking at Spencer. No, going downfield. He's got to complete to Johnson. Breaks a tackle. He is hit from behind and dropped at the Wrangler 38-yard line. And again, it was Kimmel coming up from behind to make the stop on Johnson. They say he put him down at the 39-yard line, deep in Wrangler territory.
Nothing fancy about it. Bugs has as good a speed as Johnson does. Just take it straight upfield. Runs the little hook pattern. Missed tackle over there, and that's what you don't like to see.
So Johnson, who caught 11 balls last week, is back at it now, and Landry looking to him as a favorite target. Just inside the 40. First down, Chicago, leading 10-6 and trying to get a jump here in the third period. Landry hurried, throws too high, too far. Johnson, the intended receiver, gone down and just turned it to the sidelines, and Landry got a bit of a rush. Nelson was coming pretty good at him. Trumaine's got 4 catches tonight for 49 yards. He had 11, so that gives him 15 on the young season. Landry had 2 touchdown tosses a week ago in the win over Washington, and he's come back with 1 touchdown toss tonight, so he's got 3 in that regard. Don't forget, Washington will be playing the LA Express Monday night as ESPN continues its coverage of the United States Football League action. Ray Yock of the Washington Federals and Huey Campbell of the LA Express, 2 former great coaches out of the CFL, will be going at each other again. They're great friends and great rivals, and it should be a dandy. Join Jim Simpson and Paul McGuire. Will be a great show.
Well, the Wranglers have come in with 4 defensive linemen at 2nd and 10. They want to try and get more pressure on Landry. They have not gotten much starting early in the second half.
Willis is in, and he's number 89. He's caught a touchdown pass already. He was set in the slot left, and Landry is instead going to Spencer out of the backfield. Good pursuit by Perkins and by Jones, and a flag goes down on the tackle, and we'll see the disposition of that. It could be holding against the defense. We'll have to wait and see what referee Bill White got in store for us. It's Bill, number 60. Veteran official on the West Coast in football and basketball. Oh, we're going to have offside against the defense. Offside against the Wranglers. It's a young, energetic, enthusiastic team, and they, of course, kind of maligned after losing 24-0 to Oakland a week ago. And what a difference a week has made in the makeup of this club and the spirit of their play and the intensity and the overall excellence of it. They've done an outstanding job. Bear in mind that the Chicago Blitz comes into most every game in the United States Football League in the early going, touted as being the most experienced, the most talent-laden. And they might very well be just that. But the Wranglers have literally played them to a standstill here tonight, though they do trail 10-6.
Nelson, in this case, as you see the replay, Nelson being double-teamed to the inside. And now it ends up with 3 people on him. Now it's 2nd and 5. The Wranglers go back to the 3-man rush and the 4 linebackers.
And the ball is at the Arizona 34-yard line. Coming with a blitz is at Wilcox. He shows blitz, then drops back off. Now Landry, Wilcox coming after him. Landry throws it in a hurry. Had to throw it too soon. Tried to get it to his tight end, Ricker. And I tell you, Wilcox really came with a rush, didn't he?
Well, we had seen him work with that safety blitz in practice. They did not show it a week ago. Chicago was prepared for it. In talking with George Allen, he anticipated that type of a thing. It's the first time tonight they have shown it. They showed it a little bit early, and as you saw on the TV sets, that Landry automatic moved his backs over, tried to run away from that crowd. They moved everybody up in the line early so that they did tip their Duke, but it got enough pressure to make Landry throw it away.
So we've got Bugs to the left side, and Willis is in the slot. Landry to throw, gets a rush, gets hit, throws it incomplete. Got a great deal of pressure from Tarver, and a flag down across the way. Hold everything. Flag down across the way. Let's check with Bill White. Offside against the defense. So the Wranglers suffer again via the penalty. And from a 3rd and 5 at the 34, the walk-off could very well be first down Chicago inside the Arizona 30-yard line.
Well, that has certainly hurt the Wranglers, as they could have shut this drive down at that point. The Blitz starting approximately at their 22-yard line on the drive.
Number 61 on the defense. It's first down.
And there's the call. They claim that Ray Caddage, the defensive end out of the University of Washington, was offside. He was crowding the ball just a little bit too much. They had the inside linebackers coming, trying to get to Landry. It's the second time they've blitzed in this series, the last couple, to make him throw it away. This one, very costly.
12:59 remaining, third period. This possession started on the Chicago 22-yard line. They are now down at the 29-yard line of the Wranglers, and the handoff to Long, tries to go outside, breaks the tackle, and then is cut down as Ben Apuna comes over and hits him from his linebacker spot. Long with a nice dipsy-do, a little bit of a juke move there right at the line of scrimmage. Got some room to move, and Apuna was there to knock him down after a gain of no more than 1. 2nd and 9 at the 28.
Again, a very conventional play off that right side. Reads the tackle, nothing there. Tried to get outside. Apuna, one of the linebackers, and why we mentioned earlier that they play those two inside guys deep. They try to get them into pursuit angles, and he did just that time.
Johnson to the right, or the short side of the field, to the open side, the bottom of your screen. That's Bugs, and now he goes in motion back toward the short side. And Landry's back to throw, has time, goes to his back. That's Spencer. Good hands at the 30, and good coverage, as up there was Mitchell very, very quickly. Perkins was there as well, and Kimmel. They were all there. You know, I like Spencer's hands. He catches the ball, even though up around the helmet, maybe off the shoulder pad. He's got good hands catching the ball for a running back.
Well, he has been a good receiver. He does have those good hands. Mitchell, who was coming across with the motion action, and we're going to get it again, was a little bit far off, recovered in a hurry. You see Spencer just swinging out of the backfield, and Landry, seeing nothing upfield, hits him, and then makes a quick move to the inside. We get
Mitchell
some quick
and
hustle
Kimmel
by
and
Aaron
Perkins.
Mitchell.
They were all there.
Excellent player.
So the ball, grudgingly now, the Wranglers have allowed it to go to the 27, 3rd down. Landry to throw, downfield, he has his man. It is caught, and the man who grabbed it, I believe, is Johnson. He did indeed, and he's tackled by Jones, but not before Landry hit him for the first down at the 12-yard line.
Well, Landry really drilled that one in there to Johnson. They call Johnson by the nickname Too Cold, and the reason they do that is because of his business approach to the football game. He knows where he is and what he's doing, and Eddie Robinson says no one man can cover Tremaine Johnson.
Ricker is in at the tight end spot. Johnson to the short side, or the top of your screen, far side of the field. Bugs flank to the bottom. Backs are split in the conventional set. And Landry to throw. Comes to this side quickly to Smith. Smith is at the 5, is bumped out of bounds. No, he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Ricker, the tight end, on the catch and the touchdown right at the flag. Knocked down and in the end zone, and a big drive put together by Landry and company. Watch it again, and you'll see Landry looking right into your living room, and he hits the tight end, Ricker. Hit him for a touchdown a week ago, and Ricker, once he gets it, knows where the end zone is. He's hit and slides right into your living room. Touchdown, Chicago. Another look at it.
Good job. His legs might have not been in, or his feet, but the ball broke the plane of the goal line, and Ricker, who caught a touchdown pass a week ago and has been a revitalized player, has got to be happy.
The try for the extra point by Corral is no good, and Frank is more than a little bit upset with himself, and a lot of other things too. So without the point after, Chicago 16, Arizona 6. 78 yards in 9 plays, and Landry with the second touchdown toss of the evening, his 4th of the year. 16-6. Corral, who missed the extra point, set to kick off. And the deep man, that'd be Murray to the top of your screen, Blue to the bottom. And the Wranglers now down. The low bouncing kick. Wilcox takes it at the 25, at the 30, at the 35, head down close to the 40 and about the 39.
Well, this will give the Wranglers good field position. A lot of confidence shown by George Allen as he's not having Corral kick deep. In some instances, you don't want to give those deep people a chance to return the football, but he knows he's got that veteran defensive club, despite the fact that Alan Risher, the quarterback, has moved effectively. Landry in that drive threw 6 passes for 66 yards, which was really effective and probably the best drive of the night on his part.
So Risher takes over at his own 39-yard line now, backs in the I formation. That's Howell, the up back, and the play action fake. Risher gets a rush over the middle. Oh, fortunate that he threw it low. Von Horst had an interception, but it was right at the turf, and he short hopped it incomplete. Risher really with a rush put on by the blitz. Lathrop and Lorch were coming, and Risher more than a bit shaken up. You see his stats there. He's had a brilliant night. 15 of 19, 151 yards, but he hasn't been able to get it in the end zone. He's had to settle for just 2 field goals.
You see it again as Risher takes a shot trying to get rid of it. That's the second time that he has flirted a little bit with disaster as he's been under some siege and has tried to get away and throw the football, and in that case he did get away with it, as we're getting a little bit of an injury timeout to pull him together. We're pulling it together again, and you'll see that what it's like to be back there as a quarterback when you draw a crowd with that football.
Risher is apparently shaken up so that he is not going to be able to continue, at least for the moment, as he's coming off the field. The young LSU product who has had really an outstanding ball game. Maybe tough to understand that, his team down 16-6, but it has been some mistakes in that red zone. Fumbled at the 13-yard line, inability to kick a field goal that has kept the club from putting some points on the board, touchdown variety. And now there's Krieger, who played a week ago, and as Krieger comes on, we show you what he did a week ago. 11 of 21 for 94 yards. Krieger is got a better arm. He's a better drop back and throw the football. He does not have the quick feet, doesn't get around as well. But he was 11 of 21. So he takes over now at quarterback with a 2nd and 10 at his own 39. Sends Flowers in motion. And as is so often the case when you get a new quarterback in, the first thing he does, Don, and of course you played for a number of years, hand that ball off to somebody and kind of get the feel of what's going on out there.
Well, that's what they like to do. It does 2 things. It gives the quarterback a chance to get the feel of things. It gets the offensive people an opportunity to get adjusted to his snap count. And Risher is now coming back into the game, draws a nice round of applause from the crowd as Krieger comes off and goes to the sideline.
Krieger probably wishes he'd have used that one down he had to play with to throw it deep and go for the ball.
I'm sure he'd like to.
All right, Ballholm comes in motion to the right side, and Risher back to throw. Sets, gets a rush, steps away, throws it as he's hit, incomplete. Well, Lorch was there again, and Lathrop, that twosome, making life more than miserable for the young kid from LSU, Alan Risher. 15 of 20. I tell you, those are nice statistics, even though he doesn't have any touchdowns to follow with them.
Well, you might have thought that he would go back to that roll or sprint out type of action to get away from it. He did put the ball in the direction of Mark Keel. It wasn't real close, but it was effective, although now they're going to have to punt it away.
Asmuth to kick, and Willis is waiting for the football. Oh, my, he's going to throw it instead downfield, and it is batted away. It's caught. Pass is caught on a trick play to the 30-yard line. And the reception is by Ferlin Red, a defensive back, and it looked for all the world like the ball was batted away from him. We'll talk about a trick play with 9:18 to go in the 3rd period. Watch it again.
You'll get to see it again as he looks upfield. A pretty good catch. The ball was a little bit behind him. Red had to catch it through his the arms of the defensive back in that area, which was Jim Stone, who was playing in the defensive area on the punt return team. His responsibility to cover him. Good concentration. Ball went right through his hands, but a big first down, a big gamble.
Indeed, and it pays off. The Wranglers at the 30-yard line of the Blitz with a first down. So Risher now backs a split with a chance. Straightens and throws quick. Oh, sideline. It's caught and dancing out of bounds with it. Dancing out of bounds was Smith, and that ball was nearly intercepted by Tyler, who looked as though he was headed with a big interception and a touchdown.
Well, that's what he thought as he slapped his hands together on it. He thought he did have it. It was just a little quick out. There's nothing to it. Really, it's a timing type thing. You see him 1, 2, 3 steps, throw to the outside. The receiver goes down about 6, 7 yards, breaks to the side. It's a gamble shot. If the defensive back can cut in front and pick it off, he'll go all the way. That time he didn't.
16-6 in favor of Chicago. The handoff straight ahead. Bledsoe squirms and fights his way inside the 20 to the 19-yard line, and very close to, if not a first down. We'll wait for Bill White to mark it. 1st and 10 for the Wranglers. White made the stop, not the official, Stan White.
And a little enthusiasm by the fans here as they're getting cranked up. Their club is on the move. They're trailing 16-6 with 8:13 to go in the ball game. They have a first down at the 19-yard line. They're mixing up the plays very effectively. They've got a little bit of confusion with the defensive club of the Blitz. So if they can take it on in here, it would be a nice 7-pointer.
6.5 quarters have gone by in the USFL season, and the Wranglers are still looking for a touchdown. Risher rolling to his right, sets, looks back the other way, goes down the middle of the end zone. Nobody there. I mean, nobody, and a flag down at the line of scrimmage. Hold everything.
Well, the old saying, a call by the umpire in that area generally means a holding penalty against the offensive line. Here we're going to get the call. The official said, yes, it is. So that's going to hurt. It's going to back them up.
They'll go back to the 29-yard line, and it'll be first down and 20 for the Wranglers now with 7:49 to go. Bill says, step aside, Mr. Schwartz, and we'll mark it off. Let me take it 5, and let me take it 10. We'll put it right there at the 29, and it'll be first down and 20. So a 4th down, big trick play.
We've got a hole.
A bit of trickery
offense, number
as they throw the
63,
pass.
first down.
Risher is 16 of 21, 158 yards. The ball at the 29-yard line. The pass from Asmuth, the kicker, to Verlin Red. And talk about people out of position. Jim Stone, who's a running back and a return man, was the defender. And it all ended up in a big first down. Now the Wranglers struggling a bit. Risher breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, carries it to the 20-yard line, nearly got back. The 10 they lost a moment ago. Stan White all but had him in the backfield. He busted loose, and Lathrop finally brought him down after a gain of 9 at the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Here you get Risher looking back. You see White coming into the picture. He breaks loose and takes it upfield, goes right up the middle, the type of thing a quarterback generally should do, not try and go to the side. In that instance, it opened up in the middle. Get what you can get, and then take the next down.
7:14 to go, 3rd period. 16-6 in favor of Chicago, and Arizona looking for their first touchdown of the year. Risher gives the ball, and straight ahead Howell is pulled off his pins by big number 77, Junior Ayu, who grabbed him as he stepped into the secondary, spun him around. Now Howell is 6'2" and 228, and Junior Ayu is 6'3" and 238. That's a pretty good physical confrontation, and Ayu won it hands down. Gain to the 18. It'll be 3rd down and 9, Arizona.
Junior Ayu lives in Hawaii in the offseason, and it's kind of a little bit of a contrast. Over there he runs a Polynesian Cultural Center. It's a little different ball game out there tonight.
Lone setback is Howell. Risher sends Keel in motion. Risher rolling back, stops, looks, goes to the sideline, pass complete, out of bounds inside the 10. Beautifully thrown, great catch, and Ballholm was the man who pulled it down again. This rookie out of BYU, one would have realized that he'd know how to catch a ball, that aerial circus they've got up there, Lavelle Edwards. But what a great catch.
And once again, the guy he beats is Virgil Livers. A timing throw to the sidelines. He gets it on its way. Livers way too far off of him. Livers, I should say. So that it picks up a very important first down for the Wranglers.
First and goal, Arizona. The ball on the 8-yard line of the Blitz. Arizona looking for its first touchdown of this 1983 USFL season. Risher, the quarterback, has Bledsoe there, gives to Curtis, pulls his way on a little counter close to the 5. Number 5, that's a Fonhorst there. 56 on defense is Eddie Smith. Curtis Bledsoe carries. They're going to mark it at the 6-yard line. It'll be second and goal at the 6. Shutout 24-0 a week ago at the hands of Oakland. And now with just but 2 field goals as they're battling Chicago and trailing 16-6. The Wranglers started with this ball on their own 39-yard line following a kick returned by Wilcox. And now they are deep, second and goal at the 6. Backs are set in close. Ballholm comes in motion to the right side. Risher rolling to his right. Cocks his arm, throws in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The pass complete to Mike Smith. Well, I tell you, when you've waited 8.5 quarters, you got to do cartwheels when you get that first one.
Well, I thought Mike Smith was going to. We're going to look at it again. He rolls out to the right. They bring motion over there. They end up really in a trip set to that side. Smith going downfield. He just goes into the end zone, doesn't get too deep, hooks, and perfect timing by the quarterback, Alan Risher, number 7.
Try for the extra point. Krieger puts it down. It's blocked. Blocked. And so while they get a touchdown, they can't get 7. They'll have to settle for 6. It is 16-12. Chicago leads.
Chicago increased their lead to 11 over Arizona when Kevin Long dove into the end zone from 1 yard out late in the 3rd quarter. With Chicago leading 23-12, we pick up the action early in the 4th quarter. The Blitz have the ball on their own 29-yard line, first down and 10 after a Wrangler punt.
Championship covered by ESPN comprehensively. Behind the line, that's Spencer. Gets to turn the corner. 30-35, goes out of bounds at about the 37. Now a flag, maybe a late hit. Spencer rolled up against the fence that separates the field from the stands, and kind of like a, maybe a 15 or 20-foot walkway down there. See what the flag's all about. Shively down at the sideline is saying, "Oh, you got to be kidding. We didn't hit him late. Personal foul," says Bill White.
Almost chased him up into the bleachers. Tim Norris, the offensive right guard, did an excellent job there leading the blocking as he picked off the corner. Give them a chance to get around that corner and pick up some nice yardage. The Blitz tonight, really, when you think about it, their field position has not been as good on the exchange of kicks in 7 times. They have started in back of their 20 only once when they started at the 38-yard line. Arizona, on the other hand, in 7 attempts on the change of the ball, has started outside of their 30-yard line in all but 1.
Personal foul, number 40 on the defense. It's first down.
They called the foul on number 20 on the defense. Excuse me, on Verlin Red, number 40.
Here you see it again as
I'll tell you, if Verlin really
out.
had mayhem on his mind, he could have done a lot more to Spencer than that. He really didn't do all that to him. There's Spencer breaking it open up the middle inside the 45 to the 42 or 3-yard line. Pulled down by Mitchell across the way. You really can't give Landry this kind of field position and the Chicago Blitz experienced club that kind of a break, an extra 15 yards. There's the attendance tonight, 28,434, and expect to maintain any kind of control over them. They are just too good, too talented a team. Mark the ball at the 43-yard line. 2nd and 5 Chicago, leading 23-12. Wranglers almost offside again. Little quick out, caught by Buggs, dropped at the 36-yard line, but first down. Over on defense, that's number 28, Eddie Ray Walker. Corner on the left side. Buggs has got the good hands at the 36. 1st and 10, Chicago. The ball is at the Wranglers' 36-yard line.
Well, Landry, recognizing Eddie Ray Walker was playing far too deep. went for the little quick out, picks up a nice piece of yardage off of that. He got his chance tonight. Lindell Jones, having been beaten a number of times last week against the Oakland Invaders, and right now he's being victimized by Landry.
Buggs is wide to the left, and Johnson to the near side, the bottom of your screen. The backs, that's long. Spencer back to throw is Landry. Sets right down the middle, threw it low, one hopping it, trying to get it to Trumaine Johnson. Incomplete, and the ball will come back to the 36, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, you know, we talked about Trumaine Johnson earlier and said that Eddie Robinson, his coach at Grambling, said no one man could cover him. He helped Eddie Robinson against Florida A&M when he scored 3 touchdowns, go to his 300th win in his career, which has certainly been an illustrious one.
2nd and 10, Chicago, leading 23-12. The ball is at the Arizona 36-yard line. 12:24 time remaining in this, the 4th period. Landry with time. Throws a little soft one, complete to his tight end, Ricker, inside the 20, and Ricker's down to the 15-yard line. Ricker, who took it in for a touchdown earlier, has the ball to the 15-yard line, and Perkins is there to make the stop.
Well, the Wranglers came with the 4-man rush. We're going to see it again. They went with a twist inside. You see the 2 tackles looping around. Absolutely no pressure on Landry. A good vision for passing. A passing lane as he hits Ricker and picks up a nice first down deep. They're threatening just inside the 16. You see the blocking on Campbell as they double, almost triple him there. They pick him up with all combinations of interior offensive linemen.
First down at the 16-yard line. The Blitz leading 23-12 and threatening to get more. Landry's got 2 touchdown tosses. Look at the protection. All the time in the world. Tried to hit Johnson. Coverage there by Perkins, the linebacker, who picked him up. And it goes as incomplete.
Well, there's a play that they dusted off a little bit. They send the back deep out of the backfield to clear it out. Trumaine Johnson goes down about 5 yards, sort of under control. Lets the back, in this case Spencer, take the secondary out of there. Then he comes underneath it, but the linebacker very alertly gave him a little touch as he went to reach for the football.
Chicago started this possession on their own 29-yard line. They were aided and abetted by a personal foul call. They have moved it down to the 16-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Landry gets a big rush from in the end zone. Touchdown. Ricker again, the tight end. Big rush by Kimmel, but Landry got it away and hit his tight end for still another score. Mitchell was the man that he caught the ball right over. Beautifully thrown pass, and Ricker now coming into his own. A touchdown catch a week ago and 2 more tonight. He's got 3 on the year.
Well, you got to say that Landry read that absolutely perfect. You'll see it again. He's got good protection. He knows the blitz is coming from the right side. As he puts it up in the air and lets him run under it, he sees that the defensive back on that side, Aaron Mitchell, is beat. Aaron starting out as a corner with the Dallas Cowboys, now playing safety.
Time for the extra point. Corral hooks it badly and misses again, so he's done that twice tonight. He was troubled with a bit of a bad knee, and maybe it's showing up. 11:29 to go, 29-12, Chicago. .841 is the time remaining in this game. The Arizona Wranglers are trailing 29-12, and Rischer's trying to put together a drive, and with a great glue-fingered circus-type catch, an acrobatic thing by Ballholm, he's got the ball down at the Chicago Blitz 42-yard line, where it is now a 1st and 10.
Luther Bradley was hurt back there as the free safety. Had 2 interceptions a week ago.
Bradley kind of had a bad back, suffering from it a little bit. He's been a little bit nicked up. In motion, Ballholm. Rischer on the delay, hands off, straight up the middle. Howell has got running room, and he's to about the 32-yard line before defensive help comes up in the person of Walton to bring him down. Walton brought him down at about the 32-yard line. And coming back into the game as Walton goes out is Luther Bradley. Quite a story. George Allen said he was out of position up there at Detroit, made a free safety out of him, and it's Minucci who is signaling in. reserve quarterback out of Kansas State, sending the plays out on the field.
Like you mentioned, Tom, Bradley playing corner at Detroit. And George Allen, like he so often does, moves into free safety and doing a good job.
2nd and inches. All right, straight ahead, first down easy as Howell bulls his way inside the 20. See where the officials mark him down. Going to put him right at the 20. Right up the middle now, and they're opening up some gaping holes in the Blitz defensive line. Muskie pulling and trapping and opening up a big hole, and Howell barreling his way right behind him. Out of Baylor, 2nd-year pro.
Excellent job. That's what that size does for you. As he breaks a tackle, picks up about 5 more after he's hit.
12 yards overall on that play, Don Heinrich, and it's a first down at the 20. I want to thank Kay Schultz of the Chicago Blitz, George Hill of the Arizona Wranglers, Van Barbieri of the Chicago Blitz for their help and assistance. Richer in the end zone. Threw it too far. Got a flag down across the way at the 5-yard line. Hold everything. Going to be pass interference. Now let's see who it's on. Tyler was the covering back over there.
Jackie Flowers, their best speed guy, making a move to the outside. He looked like he was going to run that sideline or square out pattern. Gave him a good head fake, turned upfield, and got bumped.
Budweiser's going to select a player of the game, and we'll be announcing that in just a bit. We've got a lot of candidates out there, so you might just, while you're sitting and watching, try to decide yourself who you think ought to be the best or the most recognized player of the game. We'll tell you our pick and Budweiser's in just a bit. Pass interference against Chicago. Put the ball at the 10-yard line. We've got a 1st and goal at the 10 for the Arizona Wranglers. They started this drive on their own 15. Big play in this was that toss over the middle to Bledsoe that kept it alive, and then the good catch on the side by Ballholm. Risher, for a young quarterback, Don Heinrich, has showed a lot of class and a lot of poise out there, and this is very first pro game.
He certainly has.
So a first down now at the 10-yard line. Rolling to his right. Risher looks in the end zone, throws it, it is caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Tyler could not handle the defense, and a great reception and a celebration in the end zone. And the man who caught it coming away with it is Flowers, as Ballholm comes over to congratulate him.
And what a great job by Flowers as he went into the end zone. Coverage right on top of him. The ball thrown perfect, far and away, the only place that it could have been put, and he reached out and grabbed it.
Now for young Risher, that is his 2nd touchdown of the year and his 2nd touchdown toss.
And give credit to the offensive line as they gave him a chance to get the time to throw it as you see it again.
Great concentration by Flowers. He was falling down, yet still never took his eye nor hands off that football, and now we'll see, maybe they'll go for 2. 85 yards in this drive, trailing 29-18. Risher rolling to his right, giving ground, rolling all the way back, looking, still looking. He's back at the 30. Throws it. Caught for 2 points in the end zone.
Oh, baby.
Keel, the tight end. How about that?
What a play. What a job. Nobody ever told him that he was a rookie coming into this league.
Oh, Risher's got to be the happiest guy west of the Mississippi. What a night he's had. What a great performance. And we've got 6:55 to go in the ball game. The score, Chicago 29, Arizona 20. Don't go away. Anything can happen. Almost 7 minutes remaining, Don Heinrich, and only 9 points. And with the 2-point conversion, hey, anything can happen.
Well, they could close ground, and Alan Risher putting on a clinic out here this evening as a quarterback as he found big Mark Keel for the 2-pointer to close that 29-20.
And the blitz figure for an onside try now by the Wranglers as Asmuth has got it teed up, advances on the ball, but he hits it deep. And nobody back there for Chicago. Over the shoulder grab by Brown at the 2. Back to the 10. To the sidelines, flag down, and Eddie's driven out of bounds at the 17-yard line. But a flag down on the play. So we'll await the disposition of that. as the Blitz anticipated an onside try, and the Wranglers crossed him up. Well, I tell you, there's going to be some excitement in this league. The Blitz will go home now with their first appearance in Chicago, literally for the team, to play Denver next Sunday. And the LA Express will be over here next Saturday to tangle with this Arizona club. Meantime, Monday, it'll be LA Express at the Coliseum against the Washington Federals. Here's Bill White. I don't think Bill's microphone is working yet, huh?
I would say it appears that way. You know, you have to say one thing, the Chicago Blitz. Here we get the play again on the two-pointer. As you see, well, that's the touchdown. I'm sorry on that one. Once again at a ground level angle. But the Chicago Blitz are not out of trouble. What they would like is an excellent defensive effort out of the Wranglers. Get them 3 and out. Get that good field position again. And this is the type of thing that George Allen was worried about. Allen, who covers virtually every detail there is, including designing the headgears for the Chicago Blitz, is in a dogfight.
All right, Bugs to the right side, and Johnson is flanked to the left. Crowd sets up a roar now. I formation. And the give to Long. Straight ahead, buried at the 10-yard line. Well, this is a very young Arizona Wrangler ball club, and they play with the enthusiasm of the young. They are easily stirred. They probably get down as quickly as they get up. Here's that 2-point conversion now, and Risher literally ran about around, maybe 60 yards. Back and forth across the field. He was all the way back, stumbled at about the 35. It had a bit of a wobble to it, but Giel was standing there and caught it for 2.
Doesn't matter how it gets there, just so it does.
Nobody ever says just how many.
That is it.
Spoken like an old quarterback. No question about it at all. Second down now and 9. The ball is at the 10-yard line for the Blitz, who lead by 9. Landry back to throw. Comes to this side, Spencer, and he's drilled almost in his tracks. Up to make the stop was Kimmel. Flag on the play.
Quick coverage by Kimmel as he got out there to that swing pass. He wasn't going to waste any time. He was locked in on Spencer. And if it's in favor of the Wranglers, which it generally will be as it's thrown in there, most likely they would refuse the penalty because it would now make it 3rd and almost 8 yards, possibly 8.5.
Line of scrimmage was the
Doug Shively on the sideline conferring with one of his coaches as they're trying to determine whether or not to take it.
Well, they say decline.
Signaled no.
Signal. Decline the penalty.
The coach says no. Let's make him go 3rd down. We don't want to give Landry that opportunity to put it in the air. He's been effective against us tonight. One more down. There's a ball.
3rd down.
Penalty decline. So if they can stop him here, they're going to get that ball at approximately midfield.
They called it holding on Tim Norman, number 68. So it's going to be 3rd down now. Mark the ball at the 12. At the 12-yard line, 3rd and 7. Big play time. How do you stop Landry, the veteran quarterback? He's seen most everything. Tough to surprise him. The backs are split. He's got Johnson to the right and Bugs to the left, and he's back to throw. Sets. Comes right down the middle. It is caught at the 22, 23-yard line. Not complete. As Bugs could not, Johnson could not hang on.
And a good job by the defense. They closed ground in a hurry. Johnson had it, couldn't quite get it put away. That's what defensive backs you like to see him do. You see it again. They'll strip him as he tries to put the ball away. And by stripping, I mean they'll grab his arms, try and jerk him down before he can get a chance to lock it in there. Gets just enough of that right hand and keeps tugging at it. And Johnson drops it, so we're going to get the punt, the turnover. One area that George Allen was concerned with more than any other was the offensive line.
Frank Corral is standing in the end zone, waiting to kick it away. He'll get a rush to be sure. Waiting back upfield is Billy Rickman. We haven't seen Billy in the game yet. Some fresh legs, and there's another look at it. There's the snap to Corral, steps up, Frank hits it. Bad kick, off the side of his foot. Bounces at the 40. Rickman takes it in stride, goes out of bounds at the 45. Ideal field position. But remember, Chicago leads by 9 as the Arizona Wranglers take over on the Blitz 45 with 5:30. Arizona at its own at the 45. Bledsoe straight ahead, still on his feet inside the 40 at the 39.
Well, they changed up on him a little bit at that stage. Chicago probably anticipating that they would go to the air. They ran the little draw play to the inside. Good blocking up front.
Terry Falcon literally let Bledsoe just ride his back right downfield before Lathrop could come up to make the stop. Just inside the 40. Call it 2nd and 5 at the Blitz 40-yard line. Risher, the quarterback, rolling to his right. Has time, may run it. Throws it. Boy, almost intercepted. What a great play, and we're going to have a personal foul call. It'll be against Ed Smith. Now, what happened was that as Risher threw it, Smith almost intercepted it. Risher reached in, batted it away. Smith took exception to the whole thing and literally manhandled Risher to the turf, and it's going to cost him 15.
Well, there's been a couple of costly penalties against the Blitz here. One on offense down there that kept him back in the hole on the holding call and wasted it down for him. This one, with the Wranglers getting good field position, now keeping the drive alive, as George Allen is complaining. He doesn't think that's the case. Most coaches never do when it goes against them, and we're going to get it again.
Now that's where Smith just takes Risher
by the
and
face
tries
mask.
to throw him right through the turf here at Sun Devil Stadium.
Well, he's been giving them fits. I imagine there's enough frustration on those defensive people to say, when we get a shot at him, we want to give him that little bit extra, and it cost him.
29-20 is the score. You see the ball has been moved inside the Chicago 25-yard line at the 24 now. A first down for Risher and company, and this crowd here at Sun Devil Stadium really involved in the contest now. Walholm goes in motion to the right side. Risher on the delay, hands off, and with the ball battling his way to the 20 is Howell. He ran Walholm in motion, hoping to get the linebacker to follow across, and then ran Howell on that delay back to that supposedly weak side, Don.
And yes, and Howell, that was the draw again up the middle, tried to change up on him. The Blitz that time were in a blitz. They had both outside linebackers coming. They had one of the safeties up there. A dangerous play. You either stop it or you don't. If you find a seam in there or a crack and get into that secondary, you don't have too much support. He didn't quite get through it, but he did get a few.
Some great stats for young Alan Risher tonight. Second down now and 6 at the 20-yard line. Back to throw. Dumps it over the middle. Complete. Howell inside the 20 at about the 16-yard line.
And we're going to get us a 3rd and short situation. First time tonight that the Wranglers have employed a delay to the back coming out of the backfield. And Risher fully intent, as you look at it again from the ground level or coming from the end zone, you see him waiting. He hits Howell over the middle. The linebacker's dropping a little bit deep. Howell just takes as much as he can, and now we have the 3rd and short. Big play.
Made the stop. 3rd down and 2 at the 16-yard line. Big play time, obviously. Straight ahead and stopped for a loss. Certainly no gain was Howell, and at the bottom of the pile, Lathrop. In there also was Troy Thomas, number 79. You see Smith, and now it is 4th down, and the ball is at the 16-yard line, and hold everything. The Arizona Wranglers are going to take time. We've got 3:22 to go as George Allen looks on. Chicago 29, Arizona 20. We're in the 4th period, and it's big play time for young Alan Risher and the Arizona Wranglers. Here it is, 4th down, and for sure 2 yards to go at the 16-yard line. Risher, 2 tight ends to bookend the line. He's got Howell in motion. The pitch is to Blue. Blue dives for the first down, fumbles the ball, scrambled for it, and a big pile up at the 8-yard line. Arizona says they've got it. Hold everything. The Wranglers recover. So we see Harold Blue in the game for the first time, and on the sweep, cuts back in, gets the first down, and then bobbles the ball forward. Not a bad play.
It was an excellent
by the Wranglers.
It was a, as it turned out, the old fumble play.
Thomas says he's got it. He's not about to get up without the football.
You know there's some tussling and fighting going on underneath, scrambling for that football. It's a guy with the strongest arms that can jerk it away. Blue broke 1 tackle to pick up the necessary yardage, then unfortunately coughed it up, but we haven't got the decision to this stage.
Nothing official yet. The Wranglers said it was theirs. We're waiting for Bill White to tell us. Another conference there, and you see the ball is inside the 10-yard line at the 8. If the Wranglers have it, indeed, it is first and goal.
Well, you don't see the defense leaving, so I'm inclined to think that it's going to be the Wranglers football.
Hold everything.
Well, the official wants to confer a little bit. Get his opinion. You'd have a better angle than I did.
We've got 3:13 as the time remaining here in this football game.
There's the angle. Mark
now.
Keel on the spot.
Went right by
picking
him.
a block up, trying to help out a little bit.
That's Bradley, 27, diving back. 24 is Livers. Odie, the center.
It looked like Odie was the first man to get to the football. And if he did, he's the old cowboy in the offseason. He's a rodeo rider. He was down to one of the last cuts with the foot.
Arizona's ball, first down at the 9-yard line, first and goal. It seemed to take the officials a long time to tell us that the Wranglers had the football.
Well, Odie, as I was saying, a rodeo rider went down to the line with the 49ers, but he made a big play there.
Wide to the left is Ballholm. To the right side is Flowers coming in motion now. Risher bobbles the snap, straightens, throws in the end zone. He's got a man wide open, threw it too far. Ballholm had busted loose in the end zone, gotten away from Bradley. But as Risher bobbled the snap and staggered away from the line of scrimmage, his pass, a high lob, thrown too far, incomplete.
Well, that could almost been a gift, as he was so wide open. And you got to bet that Alan Risher wish he had that one back. You don't get people that wide open in the end zone. We're going to look at it again in just a moment.
Manucci signaling in from the sidelines what Risher is to call now. Second and goal at the 9. 2:52 is the time remaining. Coming in motion is Flowers. Risher to throw right over the middle in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ballholm was there to make the grab, and Risher's got 3 touchdown tosses. It is 29-26, and remember, a 2-point conversion, and we've still got 2:48 to go.
Risher going again under pressure as they had the blitz on. He sees it, he reads it, he lets it go, throws it just underneath the arms of one of the defensive linemen. Ballholm going high in the air, the ball hitting him just about on the numbers. Good concentration, 6 points.
We're going to try for 1 here, apparently, as the Wranglers line up now. It is 29-26 in favor of Chicago, and we're going to have Asmuth now try for just 1. Field goal will win it if he's successful here. That brings it down within 3. The try, it's up. It's good. We've got 2:48 remaining in this game. And the Chicago Blitz hanging on over the Wranglers. It is Chicago 29, Arizona 27. Watch it again. Risher's touchdown toss. You know, Don Heinrich is an old quarterback. You can appreciate the touch that kid had on that ball. Threw it over a defender, right into the arms of the receiver. And this kid is playing in his first pro football game. That's a great performance.
Well, it certainly is. And the effectiveness he has is the timing, the ability to read, the highly intelligent kid that he is. He anticipated Ballholm coming in there, delivered it well. Now the pressure is on the defense. They were successful the last time as they managed to get the Chicago Blitz 3 and out, but with
well, now wait a minute. Let me
remaining.
pick your brains a little bit. Shively there, do you think he's going to try for an onside kick in possession? Would he dare kick it all the way down and give the ball to Chicago and let this veteran team maybe run out the clock on him? What are you going to do?
Well, I'm a little surprised that he didn't go for the 2-pointer there. Quite
well,
frankly,
he can win it with a field goal. It's 29-27.
This is true. I would have to think that at this stage, while it's certainly an option they have is to try the onside kick, that they're going to put it downfield, figuring they're going to get the 2-minute warning to stop the clock. They have, I believe, 2 timeouts left.
And they have momentum, and this young, energetic ball club from Arizona fired up. This is a very young team, one that has been put together very late, probably the latest of any of the clubs in the USFL, and they really are playing their hearts out tonight. Stone takes it at the 5, 10, check it, not Stone. To the far side, that was Willis, and he brought it back to the 25-yard line. Stone was shaken up and injured, and Willis brought it back to the 25. There's the scoring drive and the 9-yard toss by Risher to Ballholm for the TD. And now with 2:39 to go in this game, the Blitz will start on their own 24, leading by 2. And ball control and possession has got to be the thought uppermost in the minds of George Allen and his quarterback, Greg Landry.
We'll see if they get conservative and stay on the ground.
The backs, of course, are Long and Spencer. Landry, the quarterback. Long count, the snap, the give to Spencer. Sweep to the left. Hit, gets away. Great pursuit. They drop him at the 25-yard line. Campbell led that attack on defense, and Risher, 25 of 33, 3 touchdowns and 243 yards. Is that some way to debut?
It really is. And you know, he's on the phone talking to the quarterback coach, Larry Beckish, saying, what do you want the next time we get the football back?
Timeout has been called by Arizona now as they come over to confer on defense. Coming over is Ben Apuna to see what Doug Shively wants to do. Shively a little bit upset out there for some reason unknown to us. We've got 2:16 to go in this football game. A 2-point lead for Chicago.
You look back, there have been a lot of different changes that could have affected this football game. The Wranglers missing some scoring opportunities, missed field goal here and there, a fumble down deep. On the other hand, Corral, the importance of his extra points that have been missed.
But he's missed 2 of them, Don, and that would make it 31-27 and negate any try for a field goal to win. So it has been a game of breaks and missed opportunities, but then what is it? Life is like that, really, when you nail it right now.
And an exciting football game it is.
2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line. The Blitz with the ball and a 2-point lead. And time running out. In motion is Willis. Landry to throw. Steps up. Gonna run it. Comes to the 30-yard line and dives to the 31 as Jackson was there to bury him at the 31-yard line.
Landry getting up just a little bit slow. Looks like he got shaken up a tad as he is going to go off the sideline at the 2 minutes.
Just under 2 minutes remaining now. We'll be back. 29-27 Chicago. Coming up Monday night, more excitement, more great football on the USFL as ESPN covers the Express and the Federals. 2 great coaches, Hugh Campbell and Ray Yock, are going to meet once again. They were great, successful coaches in Canada. Campbell succeeding Yock at Edmonton, won 5 Grey Cups. He was a winner last week as they beat New Jersey. And Washington lost to the Chicago Blitz team 28-7 last week, and they'd like to come back and pick up a victory. Now there's Shively on the field. And Doug really does not seem to be very pleased about something, and Don, for the life of me, I don't know what it is.
Well, I don't know what he's disturbed about, but you know, we talked that last drive where Risher took him in for the touchdown on a 4th down situation. Blue made the 1st down, fumbled the ball away, and a big play by Odie. We get in the score out of Tampa Bay, a final 19-7 over Michigan. But then the situation has changed as it is 3rd and short here. This now becomes the biggest play in the football game.
Shively, I'm led to believe, is upset because the clock should, now they've moved it back to 2 minutes. And Shively said when that play was down, when Jackson tackled Landry, the clock showed 2:06. And the clock suddenly showed 1:59. And now they've set it back to 2 minutes. And that seems to be an arbitrary figure that they've agreed upon across the way, the officials, and we've got exactly 2 minutes now left to play in this game. Games tomorrow, Birmingham at Oakland. It'll be Boston at Denver and the New Jersey Generals at Philadelphia around the USFL. Don't forget Washington and Los Angeles Monday night, and Jim Simpson will be there with Paul McGuire to report all the action for you on ESPN. 3rd down now and 4. Landry back to throw. Gets set, gets hit, staggers, hit again, sacked at the 20. Joe Peters, Kadich. Great rush by this young Arizona ball club. You see big number 79 Campbell come dancing off the field with Peters. Watch it again. Here they come. Hit first by Jackson, got away, and then Kadich grabbed him and threw him down with Campbell right on top. And the Wranglers are going to get this ball back, down by 2 points, and anything can happen.
Well, the Arizona Wranglers chose to gamble. They had everybody coming. Half the grandstands and got the pressure they wanted. They backed them up about another 12 yards, so the field position should be pretty good.
Well, Frank Corral to kick, and he had a terrible effort the last time. We'll see how he does this time. Hits a much better one. Reichman waiting, takes it at the 40. Far side, gets a block, and gets knocked off his pins at about the 43. Well, now we'll see about this young quarterback. Can he maneuver his ball club? He's 57 yards away with 1:06. Needs a field goal to win. He's got one timeout remaining. And the ball is at the 42-yard line. Remember now that he will get the benefit of the clock being stopped officially with every first down in this closing 2 minutes of play. We've got 1:06 to go. Mark it at the 42.
Well, they've got these people and these fans excited. They're on their feet.
I formation now. Bledsoe's in the tailback spot. Keel is set in the slot to the right, and Risher rolls to his left, cocks his arm, comes to the side, caught by Ballholm, and he steps out of bounds, and Virgil Livers had fallen down. John Heinrich, if Ballholm had been a little more intent on the defensive back, he might be in the end zone jumping up and down right now.
Well, he didn't know that Livers had fallen down when he made that break to the outside. His concentration was to just pick up what he could get. Had he had that opportunity to turn it upfield, he would have gone for that extra yardage. He's given Livers a real lesson over there.
2nd and a yard to go. Risher has the ball at the 49-yard line of the Blitz. He needs a field goal to win it. Clock stopped with the out-of-bounds reception by Ballholm. Risher rolling to his right. Fires it downfield. Intercepted by Bradley. No. Had it and couldn't hang on. Luther Bradley out of Notre Dame. Top pick by Detroit. George Allen takes him for the blitz. Luther's playing with a stiff, sore back. He was right there, had it in his hands, and he's talking to himself right now.
And here it is again. Oh, Risher got away with one on that case.
Keel was the intended receiver. And George Allen looking on with a 3rd down and a yard to go. Arizona, the ball on the Blitz 49-yard line. Straight ahead, Bledsoe with the first down, and the clock will stop now as they mark it. 51 seconds. The official will come in and stop the clock at 51, and it'll be 1st and 10, Arizona on the Chicago 47-yard line.
Risher going back to the shotgun, it looks like that was effective for him in the closing moments of the first half when they moved the football.
Now you've got to have great empathy for this youngster out of LSU now. Trying to maintain his poise and his cool. He's got a chance to pull off a major upset early on here in this USFL season. Out of the shotgun, he's back to throw, goes to the sidelines, going down. Flowers looked as though he slipped as he made the break for the sidelines. Good coverage over there. The coverage across the way was by Tyler. And the clock stops with the incompletion. 43 seconds, 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line. We've got 43 seconds remaining, and Chicago leads by 2 points. The Blitz defense huddling. Stan White calling the signals. Tyler, who is starting because Frank Minifield, a top pick by George Allen's ball club, came up with a severe knee injury operation. They say he might be back at the tail end of the season. 2nd down, Risher. Straightens up, quick look-in pass, but Keel, the tight end, never did look at that football, and the pass thrown by Risher hit Keel right about the knee, and I don't think Keel could have caught it had he seen it.
Well, he wasn't very alert on that. Risher knew that they were playing a zone in that area. He wanted to try and get it to him quickly. They had split Keel out or opened him up just a little bit, trying to stretch that zone, and he had not looked back as Risher let the ball go. Would have taken a good catch, just a little low and behind him, though.
All right, 3rd down, 10 at the 46-yard line, 40 seconds. Risher got the biggest play of his young career. Steps up, gonna run it? Yes, he's at the 45, the 40, sidelines, first down at the 35-yard line. 32 seconds remaining. And Risher's got a first down for the Wranglers as Bradley chased him out of bounds.
And more importantly, he stops the clock, and this crowd loves it. Very alert play by Alan Risher, as he has done all night long.
Asmith is on the sidelines warming up. Missed 2 field goals a week ago. Has kicked 2 here tonight. Risher has had 3 touchdown tosses. Such has been the complexion of this ball game, back and forth, crowd-pleasing action from the opening kickoff. And here they are now with a first down, the ball at the 31-yard line. Check at the 36, 1st and 10. Risher going to be hit as he throws, gets it away, complete. Keel out of bounds at about the 26-yard line.
Again, a great job by Risher and an excellent job by the offensive line. They had the blitz coming. They were bringing one of the defensive backs along with a couple of the linebackers. You see it again. Oh, good job by Keel. Stop.
Keel out of bounds, just shy of the 25-yard line. Risher's got 28 seconds left. It is 2nd down and a yard to go, just short of the Blitz 25-yard line. There's Keel. Bledsoe's 23. What an upset this would be. What a great comeback this would be. Risher rolling, throws. It is caught. Did he have possession? Yes, first down at the 18-yard line. The pass caught by Keel. We've got 23 seconds left.
And they still have 1 timeout they could utilize. They've been extremely effective going to the sidelines. You know that when you're down to 1 timeout, that in most instances you're not going to waste it by letting the time run down, throwing something to the inside. Yet Risher, with perfect timing, and the outside receivers running fine routes, have eaten up the yardage and are now down, threatening and in close scoring position for a field goal.
He trailed 29-12, remember. He has brought him back. Rolling, sets, cocks, looks, throws for the end zone. It is off the field of play, incomplete. And some precious seconds have gone away. Now he lost 6 seconds on that play, and Risher obviously feeling the emotion of the moment, feeling the pressure. It has been a tough night for the youngster. Look at those statistics. 28 of 40. 3 touchdowns. Remember how banged up he was, and Krieger came on for 1 play. Shively walks out to say something to him. 2nd and 10. The ball is at the 19-yard line.
Risher says, I got a chance to get that job. I'm not staying out of that lineup any longer than necessary.
I think you'd have to steal his helmet and his pads to keep him from getting the job next week. The LA Express will be over here on Saturday, and they'd best be prepared. 17 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 at the 19. Risher hands off on the give up the middle. With it is Howell. 11 seconds, 10. They're going to come down to try to win it with a field goal. 7, 6, 5, 4. And now they stop the clock with 4 seconds left. And Asmuth will come on, and the pressure goes to the young rookie out of Hawaii. Missed 2 a week ago, has kicked 2 tonight, missed 1 from 39. All of that's got to be going through his mind as he has a chance to upset a ball club that came in here as a 13-point favorite.
Well, after he missed that 39-yarder, Doug Shively had a little chat with him. He came back and popped that next one through. So maybe that talk did him some good. He's going to get the real test here. And if he could knock this one through, you're going to see this crowd get very, very excited. They've been on their feet through almost midway in the 4th quarter. And the biggest play once again tonight, as there have been any number of big plays, particularly for the Wranglers, is right now.
It'll be a 34-yard try. Krieger will hold. Asmuth has made 2 of 3, his longest 35 yards. The game riding on the toe of the youngster from Hawaii. The line is set. The snap, it's down, he hits it. It's got the distance, he's got it. There is 1 second left, and pandemonium breaks loose at Sun Devil Stadium as Arizona has fought from a 29-12 deficit to lead 30-29 with 1 second left in this game.
Well, Tom, everybody has cleared the bench out on that field. Coaches, players, ball boys, anybody that helps out, trainers, they are all on that field.
Budweiser has selected Alan Risher as the most valuable player of this football game. Budweiser's player of the game is Alan Risher, number 7, a man who has engineered a 30-29 come from behind 1 second lead over the Chicago Blitz. For all you do, Alan Risher, this Bud's for you.
You got to say that. He is certainly deserving down here. And you know, there have been any numbers of heroes. Ballhome with some great catches.
Oh, magnificent.
Great catches along
How
the way.
about Asmuth? Did he have to suck it up and kick it through?
With the pressure on, he did it. Now you might see a squibber to get that ball bouncing around, not give it a chance to get that long return. Mike Smith made some key catches along the way. Jackie Flowers made some key catches along the way.
Well, it was just a kind of a
team effort.
A storybook game here tonight. Remember Risher rolling around for 25 or 30 yards to throw a 2-point conversion to Keel, the tight end. Flowers with a diving catch in the end zone for a touchdown.
And then where they had some problems in the first half, a little bit of poise in the defensive line. They had any number of offside penalties.
And they turned the Blitz away inside the 10-yard line at the end of the half and forced him to settle for a field goal that made it 10-6 instead of possibly 14-6 at the intermission. Although the Blitz came back and dominated the game in the early going to go on top 29-12, Risher and this young group of Wranglers never gave up. And the result is what you see on your screen, 30-29. And up at the scoreboard a moment ago, it kind of summed it all up. It said, wow, right across the top. So Asmuth, you're not Budweiser's MVP. Risher is, but Asmuth, you get A for guts and courage for kicking it through.
And the last couple defensive efforts have been outstanding as they've stopped Detroit, or as they stopped the blitzes. The blitzes having coming out the second half with Landry putting the ball in the air, moving it down the field twice in succession on long drives, resulting in scores.
Now George Allen, who still has a second left, and don't sell one of the great football coaches in the game short, has actually called a timeout and summoned his kickoff return unit to the far side. Allen is going to try to do something to win this football game, although the odds would seem to be overwhelmingly against him pulling it out.
Well, it's never over.
Down below, and they're talking to Asmuth about where they want him to kick it, what they want him to do with it.
As I started to say, Tom, it is never over with 1 second left, as you indicated. Anything could happen, and don't discount George Allen, but I certainly like Doug Shively's position.
Yes, he does seem to be in a position of strength. We want to thank the executives and officials of both football teams. Our stay here has been very nice and very pleasant thanks to them. George Allen, his staff, Van Barberi, of course, Kay Schultz, the Public Relations Director of the Blitz, George Hill, Public Relations Director of the Arizona Wranglers, and John Chaffetz, Administration Officer, and all the rest of the people connected with the Wrangler football team. When you're hot, says the scoreboard. All right, Asmuth, you've got one more time to kick it, and a penalty is setting it back to the 20-yard line now. He hits a low squibber, bouncing at the 40 to the, taken by Eddie Brown. Watch it, a lateral back with it as Willis trying to get outside. Can't, he's down, the game is over, and the Arizona Wranglers have done the impossible. 30-29 as they defeated the Chicago Blitz. Marcus Tarver was the last man to make the grab, and there is Shively, and he'll be over, and we'll be talking to him in just a moment. Being fitted with the earphones, it's got to be a very exciting moment for Doug Shively, whose football heritage goes back to his father Bernie, an All-American in Illinois, a man who played with Red Grange, athletic director, an outstanding man in football and in college sports, and his son Doug couldn't be happier tonight. Let's see if we can get a hold of Doug. Doug, can you hear us?
Yeah, I sure can.
Coach, can you hear us, please?
Yes, sir, I can.
Hello, Doug, can you hear us?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Tom Kelly up here in the booth with Don Heinrich, and I want to congratulate you and your team on a great come-from-behind victory. You must be a very happy man.
Well, thank you very much. I'm just so proud of them. I can't hardly stand it. It was a great effort. They fought right down to the end, and I think we defeated a great football team also.
You know, Coach, what I think we admire most, being down 29-12, your team never gave up and instead seemed to take renewed effort and spirit.
I can't hear you, but I can just tell you this. I don't know what you said, but I know this. I'm the proudest man in the world tonight. of my football team.
Well,
I'm just glad to be a part of it.
You should be, Coach. And this young quarterback of yours, Risher, what a night he had.
I thought Allen played an excellent game. We knew he was a good one. It's a matter of confidence and getting him in there and letting him play, and he did just that tonight.